So what's it going to be, Batman? Save the city or catch your greatest enemy?
I'm sorry, what did you say? You're not my greatest enemy. I don't have a greatest enemy. I just have a lot of people I fight with. Wait, are you crying?
What we have is special, Batman. Yes, you can fight other villains, but what we have is special.
What the? Oh, bugger.
Next time, Batman.
I'll get you next time, Joker.
But seriously, I am your greatest villain. Okay, bye.
Tell me, do you bleed? You will.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Nick here and welcome to my review of the Lego Batman movie. Let's just say that this is a really, really funny and entertaining film from the very get-go. Very good. It's the first of the spin-offs of the Lego movie. I think there's going to be a Lego Ninjago movie later this year. Yes, there is. I'm not sure if there's any other spin-offs. And unlike the direct-to-DVD ones, I think these are going to be more story-based. I'm not sure. I not really know what the direct-to-video ones, direct-to-DVD ones are like. But this one was created because of the popularity of Batman as a supporting character in the Lego movie. So the filmmakers decided that it would be fun to give him his own spin-off, and by the looks of it, would be a spoof satire of the Batman films and franchise, and mainly of the character as well, as he's mostly wearing his mask throughout the majority of the film. In fact, almost all of the film, apart from one scene at Commissioner Gordon's retirement and a little bit of a scene towards the end. This is a really, what I can basically say is it's a really entertaining film. We've got some really entertaining characters. Batman is very funny. Very more of a self-obsessed Batman, the Lego version is, compared to other ones. As he's about more about him and his fears. He's very much like the How It Should Have Ended Batman from those animated YouTube videos, especially if he's like, because I'm Batman and all that. However, he does change throughout the movie and becomes a bit more of a better person and looks after people in life a bit more than he would do, as in more people closer in his personal life than the citizens of a city. You got the probably the best portrayal of the Joker since Heath Ledger, because he's not trying to be over the top. He's just having a laugh, having a good time, being evil and trying to outsmart Batman. Who's the actor's name? Zach Gentris plays the Joker, and yeah, he's really funny. And we've got a side to the Joker you don't usually see. We've also got kind of an emotional balance when he gets upset when Batman doesn't consider him his greatest villain. There's quite a lot of, maybe even all of the Batman villains in this film, including some from the 1960s TV show. There's a few ridiculous ones. and maybe ones from the 1992 animated series, unless they got developed into the comics. But I'm not sure. I think Clayface started in the 92 animated series, but I'm not certain. Harley Quinn definitely did, but she's become a popular character, iconic to the series, that she's appeared in other media since being introduced into the 1992 animated series, and has now eventually come to the big screen in Suicide Squad, and now here. And maybe in her own spin-off movie, which I believe is happening. They've made Alfred British, which is a great thing. I think it's to satire the Alfred from the films, always being played by a British actor. Jeremy Irons in BVS, Michael Caine in the Dark Knight trilogy, and Michael Gough in the 89 to 97 films, and apologies for the middle finger. I'm not sure about the 1966 TV series or films, but for the Warner Brothers films at least, Alfred has always been played by a British man, British actor. Not sure why. Maybe being British is a caricature of the character. Maybe he is British, I'm not certain. In this film, he's played by Ralph Fiennes, who sadly does not voice Voldemort in this one, who does appear, but he's voiced by another person. Ralph Fiennes voices Alfred only, and yeah, very funny. And he even mentions to being in the Royal Air Force, and also mentions for Queen and Country and the Union Jack. It's Union flag, by the way. I hate it when they get it wrong. Especially us. Especially hate it when we Brits get that wrong. We also get Barbara Gordon becoming the new commissioner with her father Jim's retirement. She does become Batgirl a bit later on, but only for a short while, and she's mostly the new police commissioner. There's also Robin, for a short while, also Nightwing, and well, Dick Grayson, who becomes Robin, and yeah, he's a ton of fun to watch, and really enjoyable, and yeah, he's probably the best character in this film, after Batman. So the other great characters, as well as the Batman villains, you've also got the DC superheroes like Superman, Green Lantern. Again, they're playing on the joke that people don't like him. Like in the Lego movie, except I think this time it's just down to the fact he hardly gets any emails from Superman, as opposed to Superman hating him, which is kind of a nice little connection to the two. But as we're getting away from the 2011 Green Lantern film, people are hating him less, and there'll be a new Green Lantern film in a few years. They'll be part of the DCU and not continuing from that despised one that was supposed to launch the DCU. I don't know why they don't like it, so I'll have to check it out one day. And also there's several other characters that they bring into this that are not Batman or DC related. They've got, as well as Voldemort, they've also got King Kong, Sauron from Lord of the Rings, giant lizard sea creature, a dinosaur presumably from Jurassic Park, Gremlins, and Daleks, or British robots as they call them. I don't know why they just didn't call them Daleks. They might need to have asked permission from the BBC or Terry Nation Estates, but apart from that, they could have just called them Daleks. And alongside many other characters. Jaws makes an appearance. Jaws from Jaws. The British robots are... I don't know who voices them. Daleks, I mean. I don't know who voices the Daleks. I'm sure we'll discover at some point. It's probably in the additional voices. Could have easily got Nicholas Briggs, but then again... they might have had to have gotten permission, like I said, so along with the name, to use the actor. Speaking of which, the Daleks, there are quite a few of the Paradigm Daleks. I think I also noticed some of the bronze ones, but mostly Paradigm ones. Red, blue, green, orange... Not green, yellow. Red, orange, blue, yellow, white. And some bronze. So, yeah, it's nice to have the Paradigm Daleks in this, as well as the bronze ones. We haven't actually seen the Paradigm Daleks on screen since 2012, so there's also, I think, the Agent Smiths from the Matrix trilogy. There's a couple of skeletons. I'm not sure every single villain, but there's quite a few. There's also this kind of a brick thing. What was her name? Oh well, she was in charge of the Phantom Zone, which Superman referenced. He put Zod in, which is where Batman wants to put the Joker, who then in turn breaks everybody out thanks to Harley Quinn. Speaking of Zod in the Phantom Zone, we didn't actually see Zod in the Phantom Zone. He didn't join the main villains, so I'm not sure what happened with him. They could have brought in a great villain. See how he would have squared up against Batman or Bat-Team. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Just something they could have done. And that's pretty much it. So the Bat-Team have to work together to fight the villains, as do the villains of the Batman villains have to help them defeat these all-powerful villains and send them back to the Phantom Zone, which is controlled by the brick thing. And she said at one point she worked for someone, but she never said who. I think she said it was a she, but we could have had a great twist of maybe it being a real life person, like with the clips of some of the movies we saw earlier on, like the one Batman was watching and the 66 Batman movie or TV series. I think it was the TV series, and a picture of the 1997 Bat's costume. So we could have had, I don't know, the woman upstairs or something, as a twist like the man upstairs from the Lego movie, but they didn't actually reveal anything. They just sealed the world at the end, and Brick thing told Batman why he can go back, even though he promised to if he was allowed to stop the villains, because he had proved himself being worthy of being a good person, so he was allowed to stay on Earth. And he does eventually consider the Joker his greatest villain and look after a family. Surprising the Justice League or DC superheroes didn't actually help in the final battle, but we got the villains, the Batman villains, fight the other villains, so yeah, it was quite fun, and I think most people would probably consider that scene better than any of the ones in Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is another belated movie. Not sure if it's as belated as Green Lantern, but I wouldn't put it past them. However, I think this one, I haven't heard much critical praise or disdain for it. Disdain being badness. I haven't heard much about what people thought, but for me personally, I thought it was a great movie, and you know what? I think most people are going to enjoy this. Definitely the younger audiences are going to enjoy really enjoyable stuff, and I love the little nods and mentions to the previous Batman films, like Alfred going through all of the last, how many was there? From 1966 onwards, 66, 99, 92, 95, 97, 05, 08, 12, 16, it's about 9 he lists, saying that he's seen Batman in this state in all those other times, 2016, 2012, 2008, 2005, 1997, 1995, 1992, 1989 and 1966. All those times apart from 97 and 66, they show Lego reconstructions of some of the scenes in those films, or in the case of the Dark Knight trilogy, pictures or posters, whilst 92, it's just a shot of the bat nipples, and not 92, 97, and 66, a clip from the TV series. Could have been the film, but oh well. Maybe they make the series overall, but 66 definitely had the film. Yeah, that was a great movie, Lego Batman. Really enjoyable, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. I'm going to give Lego Batman movie a 9 out of 10.
Who has the coolest gadgets? Who has the tricked out ride? Who does the sickest backflips? Batman! Yeah! Batman! Yeah! Batman! Yeah! Batman!
Okay, it wasn't completely perfect, but it's still very enjoyable. I pretty much laughed throughout most of the first scene, from when they were capturing the plane. Very alike The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, with Joker capturing the plane in this one. In Dark Knight Rises, I think Payne captured the plane, and Dark Knight has the Joker orchestrating a heist, in which he kills everybody else, or has everybody else killed, who's doing the heist. And from there to pretty much the end of that first scene, where Batman's being praised as a hero, is pretty much the funniest scene in the entire film. I was laughing myself off. I really couldn't stop laughing for quite a bit. Or at least there was a laugh every couple of seconds. So, yeah, this is definitely the funniest film for maybe since Sausage Party for me, and believe it or not, it's the best U-rated film in the UK since maybe Cinderella in 2015. What else was there? I liked Hotel Transylvania 2. I liked Secret Life of Pets, and I liked Ice Age Collision Course, but Secret Life wasn't that great, and the other two, whilst enjoyable, weren't brilliant, although I would say Transylvania 2 was probably better than Ice Age 5. So the last great U-rated film I saw at the cinema was Cinderella in 2015, and if not that, then Shaun of the Sheep a few months earlier. Also in 2015. So yeah, the Lego Batman movie is the best U-rated film I've seen at the cinema since Shaun of the Sheep. Since Shaun the Sheep, or Cinderella maybe. No, actually I think, yes, Shaun the Sheep's better. It's the best one since Shaun the Sheep. Yeah, a great movie, and really enjoyable. And it's a little bit better than La La Land. Whoa, that's surprising, but it's not as good as Moana. But yeah, it's a great film. And is it better than the original Lego movie? Well, I'll have to rewatch that at some point, but maybe just a bit. But Lego movie's more about different characters from the Lego franchise, whilst the Lego Batman movie is mostly about the Lego Batman characters, whilst bringing in characters from other series and franchises, like Voldemort from Harry Potter, the Daleks from Doctor Who, Sauron from Lord of the Rings, etc. And also other DC superheroes for a few appearances. So, yes, the Lego Batman movie. That was a great film. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
I wake up early in the morning and I'm texting you. Hey Robin, it's 7:30. Well, that's okay, I'm ready to fight crime. You're the Dark Knight, I'll be sleeping past 2. And sometimes fight, boom, pow, bang, but we always make up. Hey man, I'm sorry, it's okay. We're not related, but here's good news. Friends are the family you can choose. Come on, everyone.
I'm sorry, what did you say? No. I'm sorry, what did you say?
However, he does learn to look after. Jesus, what is it? Shut up. Excuse me a second. especially if we're British. As we're getting away from people are not like people are hating him less because Anthony's new villain, but unlike the man upstairs from the Lego Movie, we could have had I like monsters, not monsters. But the latter two weren't that great, especially Secret Life of Pets. But the latter. So the best U-rated film I've seen at the cinema since before. So the if not maybe Shaun of the